answer. Hello, Dennis. How's it going? How we doing, everyone? Are we all having a good day? Oh yeah, I'm watching the game. And they had me mess up my 34-hour reset because, you know, that's what they do.
Is the most likely to hit one in the Cleveland lineup at more than 50%.
That's what they do.
It's 2 strikes.
I did get quite interesting.
Busy night here in Miami. Stanley Cup Finals Game 1. About 20 minutes down the road apiece. Told us, like, look, yeah, it's not a great.
Well, and obviously,
it's not copyright. It's just me listening to a radio, and
that just makes it all the more difficult to get no big free agent acquisition at all.
And I'm not monetizing this video at all. So
games are banking on starting pitching. And by the way, Sandy Alcantara is scheduled to join us in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll also hear from Tanner Bybee of the Cleveland Guardians as well. So that'll be a fun couple of conversations coming up.
But working.
You can't throw a third time unless you do get the runner out. It's a balk if you don't make the out there.
Yep.
So Quan has a little bit more license to take a lead.
E-buffer? Yeah, well, I'm in a bad spot. I'm in the middle of Illinois, who doesn't have good cell connection by the looks of it. So I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. You know, so, but I had a bit of an interesting conversation with people today. None that was good. Got in trouble. I've gotten big trouble for a few things, and it wasn't my fault, but they still have to hold somebody. They have to hold somebody accountable, I guess, and they're holding me accountable, I guess. I don't know. Who's texting me? What are they? Who's texting and why?
This guy Ramirez is an absolute star. He decided he wanted to be long-term a part of this Cleveland team as Quan runs. Throw down to second base is in time.
Oh no. Wow.
Captain Carter, former Guardian himself, wasted no time, makes a strong throw. You see Stephen Quan trying to go to the outside part of the bag to elude the tag. Unable to do so.
Damn. Oh well.
Scoring 2-6, Edwards the tag from shortstop, and now Ramirez down a couple of strikes. The thing about Jose Ramirez, EK, is he's a power hitter who just doesn't strike out very much. Under 11% strikeout rate, which is phenomenal.
Crazy around here, guys.
Well, it's something that we were talking about earlier. You brought up at the managers meeting.
You know?
Seeds. One of the best in all of baseball.
How's it going?
Stephen Vogt, I thought, put it really interestingly. I've not heard a manager say this specifically. He said, when it gets to 3-2...
It's going to be an interesting couple days. See how they run it.
Check swing, ball outside. He did not go. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If I
this is the prototypical at bat for
something that I don't like, y'all can pretty much guess what's gonna happen, because that's just how it is. To be honest with you guys,
Fourth career start for Roderick.
I don't have to pick it up till 3 or anywhere between 3 and 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Deep right field it goes. Jose Ramirez has done it again. From 0-2 to a pull side tank, it's 1-0.
Booyah! That's my team right there. Woo! Home run.
He's a marvel.
So one of the things that makes it interesting as he elongates an at-bat, not only does he see more pitches, but he allows the pitcher to make a mistake. The more pitches that he throws, the more chances he's going to make a bad pitch. And that one, right over the heart of the plate.
Don't pick up the load till 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock tomorrow, and can't deliver it until Monday. So,
1-0 Cleveland.
but I am gonna try to pick it up in the morning like I normally do, because I don't like sitting all day and not having anything. So,
They find Jose Ramirez, and not
that's
looking
just
upon a guy, but
that's just me. I don't like sitting. I don't like doing anything.
And all they got out of him was 12 years of Major League Baseball so far. He debuted at 20. He's still only 31 years old.
I don't know, man. I don't like not running. That's the problem. I haven't ran very good this week or last week. I didn't run at all.
There is strike 3, and the inning is over. Naylor is done, but Jose Ramirez hits his 234th Cleveland home run.
But yeah, that's I'm not sure why things are going south on this all of a sudden. Like, it's just not been 2 weeks in a row. It's not been good. 2 weeks in a row, and that hurts. That hurts my stability in this whole thing that I'm doing. I don't get it. Like, they did not give me the runs that I needed last week, and they're not gonna. They got to give me runs this week. If they can't give me runs this week, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. But actions will be having to be taken swiftly. I do have home time coming up on the 17th. I am taking that day off for sure, and I got a doctor's appointment to do that day. I have to get my cat's nails trimmed. Atlantis loves to hear that. I know she does. So, what else to do here, because I feel like my hand's been tied. Big time, my hand's been tied. They're about to be tied and not be able to come untied if it doesn't swing the other direction here quickly. So, yeah. But I went to the shipper today to pick up the one load going to Pennsylvania, which that was going to be a nightmare, but what could you do, right? I get there and the lady's like, don't even bother signing nothing, don't bother checking in, don't bother even, I already know what you're here for. The load's not going to be ready till the 11th. I'm like, I already knew I wasn't going to wait that long. My pickup for the last load said the 9th. I came in a day early to pick it up. They said it was a preloaded trailer. Which, yes, it is a preloaded trailer. However, the trailer that they were going to load hasn't been loaded, and the product going on that trailer hadn't even been picked in the warehouse, nor was it put in the staging area to get loaded. So I inquired about it, and they're like, we don't pick anything until the day of the load getting loaded. So you're not going to pick the product until the 11th, which is a Tuesday if I'm not mistaken. Today is Saturday. You don't pick it until Tuesday. You're not going to load it until Tuesday night, and it will Acme, in its intimate wisdom, put in a new policy of appointments only, which means I could not arrive there no more than 2 hours early on the 13th, which my appointment was at 9 o'clock in the morning, which would have been fine, except that's a Thursday. You're telling me my DM only gave me a load that I was going to be able to take on Thursday, and what was he going to do after that? That's what I told them today. I said, what did you guys plan on doing after that? Because I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania near New Jersey. You know darn well you ain't got no loads in that area. What were you going to have me do? Sit there for the weekend and have only one run this week? They came speechless. Became absolutely speechless after I called them out on what they were planning on doing. Because I have been through this 1,000 times. I know what's coming. I'm not letting it happen. I stood my ground today. I told them to take that load off me, give it to some jackwagon of a company driver that you have to pay anyway, no matter what it is. See, as a lease purchase, you don't have to pay me for my sitting time. Oh no, you could just look for free labor. I don't do things for free no more. I'm tired of doing things for free. I get paid for what I do. Working wise. Every week I want a paycheck. Every week I don't want a negative paycheck. I get one more negative paycheck, I'm out of here. I am out of here because I am not working for free. That means I expect you as my driving manager to make sure I get the runs that I need to pay you guys and for me to get a paycheck. And if that means you got to bump somebody else off, well then so what? You better do it. Bump up a company driver because I need priority on these loads. I need to make my payments to you guys, and I need to make a paycheck as well. Because every time I'm negative with you guys, it affects my next paycheck, and it's a domino effect, and I'm not going to tolerate it. And that's what I told them. I don't work for free. I don't work 70 hours a week. Well, I don't even come close to that. I don't work no 50 hours to 60 hours a week only to have to owe you guys money. I don't play that game. See, I'm not going to make you guys money but not make me any money. That's not how it should work. If you can't give me the miles, then I think I should best look for something else to do because I'm not going to tolerate that. And if you think I'm going back as a company driver making such and such amount of cents, only making $300 a week, you're absolutely wrong on that too, because I'm not no penny driver either. So that was partly what I was thinking of.
Nothing. Guardians the lead.
So it was how it was. Now, what do you guys think of that? Did I overreact? Did I make a valid point? Or did I just completely upset somebody in home office for them to say I was wrong? Don't think I was wrong. I don't think I made anyone upset. I was just validating a point in my opinion. But if anyone thinks I'm wrong, let me know. Because I'd rather be wrong than right sometimes. What? You know? I don't work for free. I really don't work for free. That's the bottom line. But, I don't like the fact that I have to sit every weekend waiting for a load, too. I just don't think they can keep me running. I don't think they can actually keep me running the way they need to keep me running, to be honest with you. Ah, Canada. What's up, Drake? How's it going? I don't think they can keep me running the way I need to keep running, in my opinion. All right, Atlantis. Sometimes you just gotta do things that may or may not make sense. You know? I think when you decided to lease a truck that they would help you make good at it. Yeah, how can you make... But that's true, Linda? Really? Because my DM, that was my company DM, he was so honest with me. He flat out told me I'd be a really good lease purchase driver. And I know I can because I can run. I will run this truck to the ground and make the money that needs to be made to run this truck. The problem is they have to give me the loads to do that. They have to give me the loads. They got to give me the miles and keep me moving. Sitting a day or two is not going to be worth it because that's 500 miles a day that I'm losing out. 400 to 500 miles a day. That's 1,000 miles that I could... between 1,000 and 800 miles in 2 days I can run. I told my DM a long time ago, you want to be successful at your job and make the money off of what you make money off of, because I know how he gets paid. I have to be successful first for them to be successful. But for me to be successful and for him to be successful, he has to get me the loads to run for him to be successful. For me to be successful, he needs to be successful. And for me to be and for him to be successful, I have to be successful. They want me to buy this truck, they have to run like they want me to buy this truck. So far, what they're doing is holding me hostage and holding my hands like this and saying, thank you for making us money, but we're not giving you any more money than what we have to. You made my company a little bit of money, but we're not going to give you any money. You still owe us money. And that's exactly what's happening. I don't like that. Huh, Atlantis? Meow. Meow. You know? Lease purchase programs is for everybody to make a little bit of cash somewhere. But most of the time, it doesn't work out that way. Yeah, it does need to be revamped. I agree, it does. There's a lot of things broken in it. One, they're not up. Alright, the biggest problem that I see is brokers double broking loads, and the FMCSA, they got too many people in everyone's pocket, making it impossible to control anything. Alright, you got the mega companies that are pushing out these training programs. Hey, you want to get your CDL? Come work for us for about a year. We'll get you the CDL. You don't have to know English. You don't have to know math. You don't need to know how to write. You don't need to know the laws of the road. You don't need anything. Just come over here. We'll get you your CDL license. You just, if we can help you pass, we'll get you that license. You do it our way, you're guaranteed a license. Oh, by the way, you owe us $5,000, but thank you very much. Thought the whole rule was when you got your CDL, you have to learn how to read, write, understand the laws of the English barrier, and be able to speak and read and write English. At least understand it, for the most part. No. I see so many people out here that they talk in their whatever language, which is fine, but when it comes time to, they like, I was at a shipper a couple days ago. The guy knew no English and put out his translator. The poor woman at the desk is like, what do you want me to do? It's door 74, is what she said. The guy's like, what door? What did you say? The girl didn't know how to use the Google Translator. And rightly so, she shouldn't need a translator. Read and write English. That's how we speak here in America. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of having to work around something else. If I was in someone else's creative land, I would need to know something about their language. I would need to know their ways a little bit. Just my opinion. My opinion only. It's frustrating, I know, but... And then you get these companies that are, you know? Yeah, no respect. Yeah, I agree. Atlantis. Oh, you see something? Yeah, you do. And if I offended anybody, I apologize in advance. But I just call it as I see it, you know? I had a guy when I was at that one shipper down in North Carolina to figure out how to translate for me, and I'm like, oh, here we go. He doesn't know what's going on because everything in his way is in his language, which is understandable. I'm glad that they were able to accommodate for him to understand his stuff. And he's looking at me like, what do we do here? I'm like, well, obviously the business is closed. Do you know what time they closed? Because I didn't have any information on what time they closed. He couldn't tell me. He had something else in his language that I couldn't understand. I'm like, oh, well, that's jolly decent of you. What language do you speak so I can pull it up and maybe translate for myself? There's a million different languages in the world. I need to have some concept of what language you're speaking so I can translate correctly or have an attempt to pull it up on Google Translate to help you understand what's going on. That's frustrating because, you know, I'm out here working my butt off and doing what I can, and I see these clerks and office people getting frustrated about something that they can't help it. They cannot help it. It's so frustrating. It really is, you know. Why do they ask a question on a test if they're not even going to enforce it? That's my thing. If you give someone a CDL and there's on that question that says, do you understand? Yes, that means you understand, you're able to read it, you were able to understand it, when in fact you had no idea what they were saying. None. And if you did, you sure fooled everybody. 1-0. Guardians. Top of the second. One out with a 1-1 count. There's a strike. But that's just me. I know it's very controversial. Because I respect everybody. But it hurts. It hurts to have to see other people struggle. You know? Double standard. Yeah, you could say that again. You can't watch your... Why can't you watch your Yankees? Why can't you watch your Yankees? Damn it, he struck out. But, no, today was frustrating because... Well, one, I had dispatch calling me asking me all these questions about, well, who told you this and who told you that and how did you find this out and this is not the information we have and where are you getting this information from? And I had to tell him, I said, look, the lady at the shipper of my last load, I walked in there and the first thing she said was, you are too early. We're not even going to be able to get your load until the 11th. I looked at her. I said, don't even bother then. Load the trailer if you want, but I'm not the one picking it up now. Because I'm going to find me something else. So we have another load. for tomorrow. It's going to Ohio, North Canton, about 40 minutes away from my house. So I'm going to be having a night at my house, hopefully, where I could just sleep in the bed and have a night off. Atlantis will be able to sleep more comfortably for a night, I guess. Huh, Atlantis? If it all works out. I don't know how it's going to work out yet, so... But ultimately, we'll see how it goes, you know. I just know if that this week turns out to be like the last 2 weeks, I am really done. I cannot recover. I won't be able to recover financially with that. So... too much has gone wrong. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, but the problem is YouTube is very finicky about how you do it. They want you to push certain things, and if you're not on their platform or their game plan, they're not going to push it out. In reality, guys, the way things are going financially for every American, unfortunately, and this is for the low-income people and for the middle class as well, is everything keeps going up, but the paychecks don't. And eventually, cost of living is going to be so high that no matter how much money you make, you're always going to be behind on one thing or another. And that's where the government needs to step in and say, hey, look at what we're doing. We need to help. We need to figure out how to decrease the homeless population and make the middle class stable with the lower class also stable, you know, because I just got a new rate. I ain't worried about this, but my car insurance, right? My car insurance just for myself on my car, which is a 2012 Jeep Compass, right? $251 a month. Mind you, I do have a couple tickets, all right, and I have that to deal with. That does affect my insurance. But for me, $251 is ridiculous. I'm making 2 car payments and 1 car insurance, basically. So, where's the catch, you know? Ownership of automobile, yeah, it's going up. And what do you mean by ownership? Like completely like debt free of their car, or what? Cause yeah, but it's just sad when a cup of coffee is almost $3. A cup of coffee is $3. $3! You could buy it. Oh, you can't do that no more either, because a can of coffee is about $17 to $14. Cost has gone up, man. Cost has gone up massively, guys. There we go. You know, so it's just something up, you know. Yeah, they raised it up again. And I don't know what causes such an increase, but my thing was at $200, it's a $50 increase. I'm like, holy crap, man. It's a $300-400 hike for 6 months. It's an extra $600 I have to come out of my own pocket. Yeah, pay's going down. You know? And yet you go to these restaurants and they want you to tip at fast food joints. Don't tip everybody now. Everybody deserves a tip. No! Flip off. You don't deserve that. What service did you provide me that was warranted of a tip? You know, I went into McDonald's and the lady's like, where's my tip? I said, what do you mean, where's your tip? All you did here was stand here and take my order when I could have gone to the machine and done it myself. And you want a tip? I would have done it myself, but your machine's broken. Right? I agree. I was so mad today about my insurance going up about $400 for 6 months. I really don't have $400 extra to spare. I'm barely surviving right now. Barely. I am watching everything I spend. My food, my allowance. I make sure my car payment's made. I make sure my car insurance paid. Paying off my credit card, putting money in the savings if I can, but then I have to dip into my savings to cover the week that I don't get paid or something like that. Where else do I have? I put 0 on my taxes. That gives me extra money, but then guess what? That means I have to pay it back somewhere. Gas prices are going up. Food prices are going up. And yet they want me to sit on a load for 4 days. Not happening. I don't work for free. I need to shave again. Blasted me. And that's what I told my DM this morning, you know. Well, you go into Walmart, right? What do you see at Walmart? Self-checkout, right? They have a thing called Express Self-Checkout, but guess what? You're only allowed to use that if you pay a monthly ship. A month bugger off with that monthly membership. I spend $150 at Walmart one time. I started scanning things because every register was self-checkout. They had one register open, but guess what? Nobody there to run it, right? So you're forced to do self-checkout. Well, I'm just an average citizen. I haven't been trained on how to run self-checkout. I don't know how to really scan items properly. I just think if you run it over, it's going to pick up on it. I'm scanning items. I'm about 15 items in and it freezes. I'm like, why isn't it working? I call, the lady walks over and she says, sir, you forgot to scan something. No, I haven't. I haven't forgotten anything. Sir, the camera sees that you're not scanning items. We need to go through your items and find out which one's not there. I said, you can go rightly shove off. You're gonna tell me that camera thinks I didn't scan something. And now you're locking up my register for me to finish out my... Why don't you scan the items? You think I can't do this correct? You scan the items. I'm paying your salary to stand here and babysit us. How about you do some work for a change? I already spent $150. And you want me, and you're now thinking I'm purposely not scanning something because you're thinking the camera's seeing it? You can go shove off, is what I told her. Sir, you don't need to get that attitude with me. You better get a manager over here right now because I'm about to walk out with nothing. And y'all can... Yeah. They say they're going to take out self-serve, but guess what? you're still running into the same problem too. Didn't they think that was going to happen regardless? Oh, I'm going to let the customers scan the items. We can trust them. Not. You got dishonest people that will scan one item twice thinking it is there, when in reality they're not scanning jack squat. People don't think. They think it's convenient, yes, but now you're costing the price of everything else to go up because someone else decided to pickpocket the item, so then that costs more money for them to have to recover. So how do they recover money? Oh, let's jack up the price to recoup some of that price. But you're not going to pay the people that bring it there more money. You're not going to pay anybody more money to buy your product. Thank you. Let's take this can for instance, yeah? This can, that I know for a fact, goes through about 5 or 6 phases before it's in my hand as a product, right? You have the metal or the aluminum can that comes in big coils from a factory of somewhere. Those big coils come from ingots, and those ingots get melted down, so that's a process, right? Then them coils are put on a trailer. That trailer is then offset to a facility of like Pepsi or somewhere where they make cans, just the cans, right? So they make the cans. Now they gotta deliver the ink, they gotta deliver the design, the plating, everything that goes with this can here, this can right here. Guarantee it costs $10 to make this can in general. But guess what? You're paying $15, $16 for 24 cans. Well, in reality, this can itself, this one can probably costs $10. Because you gotta pay the entire supply chain. The entire supply chain. The mine that comes out with the metal that goes down to the foundry to get melted, then it gets wrapped up as a steel coil, then the steel coils are loaded on the trailer, the trailers then, and the steel coils go to a factory, the factory then unravels the steel coil, cuts it out into a can. Every bit of this has come from the steel coil, mind you, right? And now, where's the cost? You got to pay somebody to deliver the product. You got to pay somebody to make it. You got to pay somebody to buy it. Then you got to pay taxes on it. Where the flip does my paycheck cover that? Right? Oh, by the way, let's not talk about the fluid, the drink itself, that has all the chemicals and the, well, not chemicals, but the flavoring, the soda, the water, the carbohydrate, everything's got to get shipped together. Everything comes from somewhere to make this one product. And yet you're able to sell it for pennies on a dollar? How? Like, I don't see where it's coming from. This week's check is covering part of last week's check, which means I worked for free for almost a week and a half. And if I didn't make any money on this week's check, guess what? Next week's check's got to cover this week's check and last week's check still. That's why I told my DM, I said, you want me to be successful, you got to give me the miles to make the money to cover your guys' expenses plus mine. It's just common sense. And like Walmart, it's like at Walmart. You want me to self-checkout, don't expect me to be perfect. You know? If you want me to be perfect, I'll go to somebody that is trained on how to ring things up and make sure everything's scanned properly. I bet you Atlantis could do a better job of scanning items. They wouldn't question her now, would she? Oh, they would say, oh, what a pretty kitty, get that better, blah, 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 blah. Oh, she's so cute, da, 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 da. Where you call me a moron and an idiot because I forgot to scan 2 items that I didn't realize didn't scan. Because I don't know how the machines work. I'm not trained on how do I know it's scanned? Other than here, beep, 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 beep. Oh, that one didn't scan, but if I didn't hear it, how am I supposed to know? I mean, simple as that, man. Simple as that. And it's like today I went to go pick up my load that was going to go to Pennsylvania that they wanted me to sit on for 4 days, and I told them no way. You know, Lantis, you're wanted. Actually, I'll do it this way, guys. I'll do it this way because I'm such a nice guy. Hi, Atlantis. What did they have to say? Not good things. Guys, they don't want me to really say anything because I'm right. They want me to be dumb, stupid, and just follow their lead. I'm not going to just be playing dumb, stupid, and follow their lead. If I see something wrong, I'm going to say it. If I don't like something, I'm going to say it. If I see something that doesn't make sense, I'm going to say it. If I see a route that's better, I'm going to take it. And if I see a fuel price that's better, I'm going to do it. They're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do or how to do it. You know what they told me today? Who told you that it wasn't going to be ready for the 11th? Because our system says it's already a preloaded trailer and it's scheduled for tomorrow. Well, how about the picture I took of the lady that gave me the information said, I asked her, I said, can I please take a picture of that information so I can send it to my office so they can see the information that you see? Because if I tell them, I know they're not going to believe me. I'm just a stupid truck driver. And I'm just trying to get out of work. And I don't want to run this weekend. When in fact, I do want to run this weekend because I have 27 hours left on my 70-hour clock. And that's exactly what happened. I'll show you guys those messages. Hold on. Because I ain't got nothing to hide. Hold on. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it or not because of the glare, but you see that message right there? Who is telling you that the load is not ready? I'm clearly telling them exactly what it is, you know? You know? I'm not stupid. When I say, you know? So, for them to say, well, who's telling you the load's not ready? Tells me they don't believe me, which is fine, I understand. But, they want me to send a picture then, you know? Believe me, I'm half tempted to throw in the towel because if this is how it's gonna go, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not here to work for free. I'm not here to be treated stupidly. I'm not here to be used as a puppet for someone else's pockets to get bigger. I'm not. Just not. I'm too smart of a guy for that, you know. So, you know, and it's bad enough when I contact the company and they're like, well, we can't hire you because you work for this company. We blacklisted you. Jeez, that's embarrassing, isn't it? You don't care about my experience. You don't care about my record. You just care about the employer that I work for, and you're like, oh, we can't hire you because you're blacklisted. That's embarrassing for me. That is really embarrassing for me, to be honest with you. If you don't believe me, Crete. You know? Crete told me that. They said they cannot hire me. Only because I worked for a particular company and they have blacklisted that company. So anyone that worked for that company is automatically not hireable with that company. I don't know if it's until you work for another company for a length of time, or if it's in general, once you work for that company, you're no longer able to work for that company. I don't know how that works. I'll have to call them and ask. But that really upset me when I heard that, you know. Because believe me, boy, I'll tell you what. You alright, Atlantis? Yeah, you're eating your dinner, huh? But that's just, so yeah, that's just my little rant on that part, but, I'm learning a lot in a really short amount of time, and I'm trying to process it all, and I'm trying to come up with a game plan. But let me tell you, if I have to keep switching my game plan and not letting it work, it's not going to work out too well. And another thing that I don't like, oh, hi Atlantis. Another thing I don't like is my DM doesn't respond to me very well. By the way, what is she doing? Hi Atlantis. By the way, Atlantis, you're on camera, just to let you know. Yes? What? Alright? Jump! There you go. Thank you, Mark. I'll keep that in mind for sure. That's a definite right there. I'll definitely keep that in mind because I'm already looking at options here. Maybe it just finally caught up to me today. Maybe having that little issue at the shipper just did me in for the week. I don't know. But, by the way, I only ran two loads. Two loads this week. Two. They were less than 1,400 miles. Atlantis, what are you doing? You know, I need to run at least 2,000 miles, 2,300 miles at least. Would be nice, but they just don't have it, you know. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah? Well, that's nice.
He was awesome. Sandy Alcantara as well. Fantastic. We appreciate their time.
You know, I'm finally getting momentum on my YouTube channel. I'm getting regular supports, and I really appreciate it. You guys have been really helpful with keeping my sanity in check and letting me process things, because when I talk about it, I tend to think about it better and process things better, and I appreciate being able to bounce things off of you guys, and you guys giving positive, awesome feedback, you know. 2-0 Guardians. Give Atlantis a treat. She's had so many already. Huh, Atlantis? What? You want more treats? Huh? You want more treats? You do? That's a man walking. You're perfectly fine and safe. You're fine. Yes, I know he's walking. He's got a high visibility jacket on. I appreciate you watching him. The steer was like... Yeah, I might be doing that. Rocket. Wow. Hey, what's up, everyone? So, I'm gonna go over my options, see what I can. I still get in trouble for that. I am gonna have to have a meeting with the big bosses on Monday because of what I said today. By the way, I'm gonna tell you guys, I saw the rate con for this job, by the way. I wasn't supposed to see it, but I saw it anyway. I'm not going to repeat what I saw. But for those who are in trucking, for this 800-mile run to Pennsylvania, will know how much it really should cost. Put it that way. I saw the actual price of the rate con that they're giving my company. Because when the lady showed me the date for pickup, right? The date for the pickup, it showed the rate con. Because she said, this is the date that we have it scheduled to be picked, loaded, and on stage to get loaded. Yes. Awesome. Yes, Atlantis? Alright, hold on. Please hold, guys. So what do you guys think about that? Alright? Alright? I mean, I guarantee you, I didn't mention the rate con because I didn't see it until they mentioned it to me, but that rate con was on that paper. I couldn't believe it when I actually saw it, though. I was like, really? I know I'm getting shafted, but I didn't think I was getting shafted that much. You know? I mean, because I'm like, are you sure? You know, and to be honest with you guys, well, to be fairly transparent, in my 13th, I was kind of questioning the date of the pickup. I was like, you're wanting me to pick it up now when I could get it there in a day and a half? Not even like a day's drive? Because it's only 9, 10, 11 hours from here to Pennsylvania, to where it wants me to take it. One whole driving shift, I'm there. And you want me to sit for another 3 days on top of that, waiting for the appointment time? I don't think so. And then they're trying to say, well, it's the only load we got. No, you got more loads. Don't even give me that. I know you guys have to have more loads. You know? I mean, that's just how it works, you know? Yes, Atlantis? Oh, yeah. You know? But, no. That's what she does. Poor thing. So, yeah. And now you're laying down. That's what she does. So we'll see how much in trouble I am on Monday. I don't see how I can really get in trouble, but they said I'm in trouble for something. I don't know what, but we'll see how that works. Oh, hello, Atlantis. Oh, yes, that's the guy walking.
Yeah, not a bad place. I like the view from where we're at right now, and I can see that.
I just realized something, guys. If I were to go trucking in England, right? And England's got multiple languages, you know?
Big crowd from Dontrell Willis bobblehead, the D train, giving that away, and the D train's going to be here too.
So,
Well, if he's going to be here, why is he not in the booth? That's what I'm talking. Three-man booth here.
nice.
I'd have been down for it. He probably would charge Fox as an event, you know. You got to watch that D train.
What too? For the kids watching who didn't see him pitch, when he came to the big league,
Jeez.
he was just different than everybody else.
Yeah, no, I remember facing him. I mean, the windup was crazy. And he
Nice.
good stuff. He could get it up there. Big lefty. It was just all arms and legs.
But yeah, it seems like every single weekend I'm sitting.
Sardo gives this a ride deep into right field. It goes, and this reaches foul.
And it's just frustrating when I'm not able to run the miles I'm capable of running and doing and wanting to run because they just don't want to make me run. So I'm like, oh, alright, well, whatever. You know? Can't do nothing about it.
Tigers in it.
Other than just give me a load.
They've been here for
Man, Sardo again gives it a long
And another thing that I have a problem with is their load board. If they have a load board, it's not really a load board. It's just telling you what your probable pre-plan is that you don't really have a choice but to take because it's the only load on that screen. You can reject it, but you getting another load right afterward is never going to happen very quick, you know? So,
You're talking about rookie of the year in 2003, then his second All-Star
that's what I'm thinking, you know?
that was the year that he should have won the Cy Young. I think it was Chris Carpenter won it that year. D-Train finished second.
He had a 2.63 ERA. His ERA plus was 152, which is phenomenal.
So, you know, that's just something that I'm picking up on this company and how it operates, and I don't like it. I really don't, you know?
2-0. Brennan fouls it away.
2-0 Guardians. Top of the fourth inning.
It really is an interesting history, though, the Marlins have.
So,
87 and 2003 championship teams.
one of those things, you know?
Kind of out of nowhere in 2020 in the shortened pandemic season, and then Skip Schumacher and what he did with this team last year was super impressive. See the banners up there for those championship teams. Then they go to the wild card round last year. They lose 2-0 to Philadelphia, and then this season started. Luis Arraez traded very early in the year. And all the injuries have really been troublesome. Everybody has injuries, but when you have
Yeah, it's just difficult, to be honest with you guys.
injuries at one position starting
I'm having a bad week. I'm not having a bad day. I'm just having a frustrating day because I'm having to sit somewhere and I don't want to sit a whole lot of times, you know?
Change up earlier in the game. Kids Van Sardo got him swinging a left-handed hitter. Very much the same sort of pitch. You see him started just right at the edge of the plate. See him used to run out of
But we'll see, you know?
Like I said, so tough for a left-handed hitter to stay off of that pitch.
2 down for Freeman, who walked his first time.
But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the weekend goes. I will pick up my load tomorrow. I'm gonna try to pick it up early.
He grew up in Northern Virginia, and he was an Eagle Scout. Not many umpire Eagle Scout combinations, but he is that. Were you ever close to becoming it?
I know, and I just have to calm down, relax, but there is only so much I can do before I'm bankrupt completely and I cannot leave. And I'm forced and my hands are tied for whatever reason, you know?
I love it. It shows
Because I have a world outside this truck, but I haven't been able to really enjoy it much, you know?
I do. I think it's a great characteristic for
I'm not
a
saying
player.
it's not. I'm just saying, like, when you put that on your resume, like, do you put on every club and everything
Yeah, right? So, be alright. You know, Lances will figure it out eventually. It's just we gotta be very patient, and I think it's just because of a lot of things I found out today that it's just, ooh, made my head spin a little bit. It went woo, 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 woo. That kind of deal, you know?
His fourth major league start. High fly ball into left center field. And eventually it comes down to Jens Chisholm Jr.
But, yeah. We'll be alright. We'll figure it out. I'm just having to process things tonight, that's all. So... But yeah, we'll be heading to Ohio tomorrow for sure. I'm just not sure when. I'm gonna try to get there in the morning. I wanna get this load early in the morning so I can get to Ohio and enjoy my Sunday with a friend at least, you know, and try to hang out with a couple people back at home. But that's gonna be challenging. Yeah, right? Yeah. Imagine what it was like. Imagine what it's like without technology, being a truck driver, man. That must have been difficult and stressful and very lonely, for sure. You know? And that's just how it is, you know? So... just have to wait and see, right? Yeah, they had wagons. Yeah, they had wagons, you know? I did it, yep. Mark did it. And what was it called, Mark, with those big things that went into the truck that you had to pay a nightly service where it just hooked up to your truck? I forget the name. You told me the name of it and I forgot it. And I forget the name of it. What was the name of that? Because I forget the name of it. I forget the name of it.
It was good. I got a picture and stuff. Kind of nervous about it.
If I hit you some grounders too. All you gotta do is ask. That's what the score is. We'll tell you 2-0.
Idle Air and for
Tonight, game number 2 of this series between the Guardians and the Marlins. And Brian Taylor.
Oh yeah, CV. Yeah, that's true.
Back in the home run department last night with Josh Bell. Stands in his 11th home run of the year. He leads the team in runs scored as well with 30 of them.
That's great. Watch this, guys.
Saw live, and again, he's not a guy that's going to overpower you.
Had him out in front there, Taylor Cruz.
Watch and learn, guys.
Baseball's in play, but Lively has done what he's done for most of the year. He's gotten through lineups to the tune of a sub-3 ERA. Former fourth-round pick of the Cincinnati Reds. He's on his 4th major league team, 2 years with the Royals, 1 with Cincinnati. Coming back to the organization from Philadelphia, where he broke in eventually in 2017. I don't know that there's anybody who loves first pitches more than Josh Bell.
If it's moving, he's swinging.
You guys got a good view of the truck backing in, to be honest with you. he's moving that trailer over to my side. He's got 1, 2, 3 axles on that back trailer, guys. He's got 3 axles on that one trailer. He's going to pull up, go to the right, then swing over to the left. And he's going to straighten out. Maybe go to the right a little bit more, then back, straighten out. Turn it to the left. Turn it to the left. Why would you turn it to the right? You don't need to go to the right. You know? How does he not hit your truck? How does he not hit my truck? Well... Oh yeah, he put 60 pounds all right. And it's got a little door in the back. Look, guys, it's got a little door in the back. It has that right there. And it's right there. It's got a little... Oh, and it's a rollback, I think it's a rollback, I think it's called a rollback bed. A rollback, thing. I think that's what it is. So... Got a mat, we got a flatbedder coming in too. That's good. Another flatbed. Huh.
But there has been a lot of usage from that bullpen so far this year.
Curtain side, that's what it is, yep. Yep. But how does he not hit my truck? Well, when you're backing in, you're looking at your right mirror. And the rule of thumb is the side that you want to be closest to is the side that you can see, because then that, you know, the side that you can't see, you have plenty of space. So basically, if I have a truck, I want to be, my axles, my tires want to be as close to that as possible when backing in. And that way I know I have plenty of side on my blind side. I don't have to worry about it, you know. So. I ain't gonna lie, that's a really cool, that's a really cool thing right there, you know?
A phrase you could use if you needed it. Not that they're going to tonight, but lively the way he's pitched for Willis, the longtime pitching coach for the Cleveland Guardians. They have created pitcher after pitcher after pitcher through this organization. In the air, third base side found territory. Ramirez.
Yes.
And Marlon Strander's second runner of the ball game. Cleveland the lead through fourth.
Yep, it's definitely a challenge, I ain't gonna lie. You know?
Directly to your home is the real deal. Want a piece of the game? Visit auctions.mlb.com.
Hold on, guys, I got a call. Hello? That's the same load I rejected earlier, man. Don't even go over there right now because afraid of that. Yeah. I didn't even know you were in this area. When did you get in here? Oh, this afternoon you got in here? Because I got the information. I'll send it over to you so you can send it to your DM. I don't know why they're giving out this load and telling people to pick it up on the 9th. The 9th going to be low. I guess they're trying to push off on it and trying to get it. What they're trying to do is to place, because if you go to, yeah, dude, it sucks. I mean, it's only, Go over there until the 11th if you're having to be stuck with it, because I know you're a company driver, right? Ah, crap. Yeah, so you can't refuse that load even if they wanted you to. I sent you over the information. Yeah. I can't believe they gave you a load like that. I have, what, 40 hours? I would call your DM tomorrow. Give him that information, because somebody is just trying to push this load and seeing who's dumb enough to try to sit on it, to be honest with you. You don't need to be sitting for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 days. That's a week, man. And it's going to a distribution center that does appointments only. I know it, man. It's Acme. That's Acme's distribution center, yeah. I was there a few months ago. Or I was there with my trainer. No, I was there without my trainer like a year ago, and then I was there a few months ago. But they go only by appointment. So if your appointment's scheduled for 3 o'clock at 9 o'clock in the morning on the 13th, you're not going to be able to get in there until 9 o'clock in the morning on the 13th. And for you to pick it up tomorrow or on the 11th, and it's only a day drive. It's only like 8 or 9 hours from where you're at. From here to there, it's only 9 hours, 11 hours or so with traffic. You'll get there in one day. That means you'll be sitting for God knows how long. But you go tomorrow and say if they can load you, which they're not going to, because they're not, from what I'm signing the paper, don't fill it out because your load's not ready. That load will not be ready until the 11th at such and such time, because it's not even scheduled to be delivered until the 13th, and we're not getting it ready until the 11th, and it's not getting, you're going to be now sitting from here until the 13th. I wouldn't put up with that crap. I would call your DM tomorrow and tell them, show them that information and say, this is what they sent me. Because I'm trying to save you time. You need to keep running. You don't need to be sitting for 5 days, bro. You really don't. I rejected it today. When I walked into that office and seen that and heard about it, I was on that phone to get and say, get me another load. I now refuse this load. And let me tell you, they're not happy with me on that, but that's a whole nother story. But I'll talk to you about that later. But yes, you can try. You know what? I would, just for shits and giggles, to cover your own butt. Just to cover your own butt. 5 minutes down the road, you're not going to really lose time. But just to cover your own skin, because they're saying to pick it up tomorrow, which is what they did to me today. Go tomorrow just to cover your own butt, just to make them happy, and say, hey, I went here. They're able to see that you were there, so they're not going to say, well, go there tomorrow, sit there for 20 minutes, show them that information that you got, and show them that they're not going to get that trailer. They will not load that trailer until the 11th, I guarantee you. I know that for a fact. They're not going to load that trailer till the 11th. And with you being a company driver, I sure hope they'll give you another load. I would hope you have a sensible DM that would say, all right, let's not have our man wait. Let's get him running. Keep him running. But if they're sitting you, they do. And I still can't believe they're pushing that load onto someone else and trying to pick it up tomorrow, knowing darn and well true and well known facts that it's not going to be loaded until the 11th. I cannot believe that. It doesn't surprise me though. So I'm sorry that happened. Yep. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely, bud. Alright, well, I hope you have a good night. Call me if you have any questions. I'm here to help you, bud. Yep. Well, I'm glad you called, so. Absolutely, bud. Alright, bud. You have a good night. Yeah, just go there for 20 minutes. And, yeah. Alright, bud. Have a good one. Bye. That's crazy, guys. So, they tried to push that load onto someone else. Imagine that. So yeah. Eating a late dinner? Well, that sounds fun.
So are they really that important? Like, don't tell me you're a great clutch hitter.
That ball is drilled into right center field, and that ball eventually pings off the wall.
Yes.
One run is in. David Fry doubles it home, and it is 6-0 Cleveland.
Man, this offense has just exploded. One of the
Why would they do that? Because they're trying to get as much.
with runners in scoring position, they're among the tops in all of
How do I explain that, Mark? How do I explain the mentality behind this? Because I don't know how to really explain it from a planner standpoint or a company standpoint other than greed. Oh, this is how I'm going to explain it. So, okay, so
He has had a ridiculous season, David.
let's talk about a broker, all right? Let's talk about it that way. Let's say I'm a broker, and I have a company that needs a load shipped out, right? And the company wants it shipped out, and they're offering me money, and I say, okay, I'll find you a customer that can ship that load. Well, I'm a shipper. I'm the company that will take loads and get it to where it needs to go, right? And I tell the broker, I'll do it for this price. Perfect, great. But I have other people on the other side that will take it for cheap. But I trust your company. I'll give it to you. You have the drivers. I'll give it to you, right? Company, the guy that said, yes, I will take that load and get it delivered and have it picked up on this day, right? As a broker, I'm going to be like, hey, this load needs to be picked up on this day, blah, 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 blah. I want to make that money. I want to get that load to somebody and make that money, right? The faster I can output loads to a shipper, the better off I am making money, right? So, now, the shipper, mainly aka the company that takes that load from the broker, says, I got a driver, I'm going to take that load and give it to this driver. I tell the broker, yeah, I got it covered, I got this driver going on it. And now I'm like, crap, I don't have a driver. My driver just canceled on me because he doesn't want to sit on it. Oh no, that's not good. Well, I don't want to lose this broker. He had the load for me. I don't want to lose that load. I'm getting paid for that load. Oh, let me push it on this driver, even though he's it's all about keeping the load in-house, keeping that load within the company. They don't want to lose that load because if he goes back to that broker and says, hey, my driver canceled on me, well, broker, I got another driver, I'll give it to another company. Mark, did I explain that well enough? I know it's kind of up and down, but It's basically, I know that sounds confusing, but they basically did that just to keep it in-house. Here, but they're not gonna do that, you know. Partly, let's put it this way: from the guy that's shipped product too early, and say there's another store that needs that quantity of product they just shipped out too early for another nightmare. So the shipper keeps the quantity of a product until it is. If they load up a trailer too early, but yet another company comes needing that product that's being offered by that shipper or that warehouse, and that warehouse says, we just shipped out a customer, we just shipped that product out to another customer, now we don't have that product and they need that product earlier, when in reality the product they just shipped out for another customer that needed it later. Well, now you done just lost a customer for the product that could have gone earlier to another customer. So they don't like to load things early. I don't know how else to really explain it, right? But they're trying to bank on keeping that load. That's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to find somebody that's going to be foolish enough to get it loaded early, and now you're stuck with it for 5 flipping days. You know? I agree, Mark. I agree. You know? I know it makes no sense. I'm trying to explain it without physically having to try to... I don't know how to show it. It's kind of... You kind of learn this part of it as you're driving and as you're dealing with it, because I deal with it every day. And I understand where my DM's coming from, because my DM has the planners. The planner has the load board. The load board is planned by the brokers. The brokers find the shippers. The shippers then sell the product. It is one big, gigantic chain that can be flipped up, turned around, twisted, and the ones I don't like, which has happened to me once, I think only, is where it's called, I think it's called a blind load. Now, Mark, can you explain a blind load? Because Acme, I know for a fact, they just put in policy, they are not taking blind loads anymore. I don't know what that terminology is, but I keep hearing it now, and I guess it's more common now, of a blind load. And I'm not sure what that is, because I keep having to sign a paper with shippers when I show up and say, oh, is this a blind load? I'm like, what is a blind load? That's what I don't get. Yeah. Another thing happens is when a broker... Now, this is a bad practice, alright? Is when a broker bids out the same job, alright? Mark, let me know if I'm explaining this one right. I'm broker A. I have a shipment that needs to be shipped out as soon as possible. Well, I want to get that money, right? I'm going to broker out the load to 3 different shippers. 3 different shippers. I tell the shippers a certain time, or a time, right? I tell shipper A 9 o'clock in the morning. I tell shipper B 9 o'clock in the morning. I tell shipper or carrier A, B, C 9 o'clock in the morning, you know? Thank you, Mark. Well, let's just say customer or driver B with customer or with driver B gets there before driver A and C gets there, right? Well, guess what? Driver B gets that load. I'm driver C. I was told the same load at the same time, but driver B gets there an hour earlier than me and gets the load. I show up and say, hey, I have a pickup for such and such. Here's the pickup number. Oh, sir, that load's been already picked up. Oh, has it? It can't be. I'm the one that's supposed to pick it up. And then here comes driver A. Oh, I'm here for such and such load. Well, I'm here for that load too. And that load's already been picked up by another driver, by another company. I don't know the company. So the broker had brokered out that load to 3 different carriers, and it's basically a race to see who gets there first to get that load out there. I don't like those kinds. That's happened to me once where I showed up at a shipper and someone else has picked up the load. It wasn't my company. It was a completely different company, you know? And that wastes everybody's time. It's actually illegal. I think they call that double brokering. I think they call it double brokering. I'm not sure. I think double brokering, if I remember correctly and have the understanding, is when the broker breaks out, a broker gives out a load to another, but that doesn't get paid, you know? Yeah, that's true too, Mark. That is also true, you know? Yeah, I ran into that time and time again where it's been picked up by another company, didn't know about it. My DM is like, what do you mean? What's the company's name? Who picked it up? What's going on here? And then they have to figure out, well, what do you mean it was already picked up? That wasn't told to us. I was guaranteed that load. Why am I not having that load? Why has my driver been sent there when I didn't get that load? But you're telling someone else that load. That's not the agreed upon rate, you know? Gets kind of old. So that has been known to happen where I get to a place and it's already been picked up by another carrier, you know. So there's a lot of things in the shipping world that you're going to pick up on real quick as a truck driver. And this is why I think because if you haven't been a truck driver and you're a driving manager, you will not have a single clue on what that driver is talking about. I have talked to my DM and he is like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying, boss. What are you saying? You know? Yep. Actually, prime example was just terminology is different, man. Like, my driving manager is so clueless on the clock. Like, he should know my 14s and my 11s, and he should definitely know my 70. He doesn't need to know my 8-hour clock, which is my break, before I have to take a break. He doesn't need to know that. Because eventually I'm going to take my break before the 8 hours is up, but that's neither here or there. But he does need to know my 11, my 14, and my 70. Those 3 clocks he does need to have some. But, yep. There's so much stuff my driving manager needs to know first before he should be a driving manager. I think all DMs need to be a truck driver for a certain amount of years before they could become a driving manager, in my opinion. Because until you become a truck driver, you don't know jack squat about the industry as a dispatcher. Dispatching, you're just sitting behind a computer. Well, you should be getting there on time. Well, I can't because I had traffic. I had a roadside inspection pop up on me. I had a breakdown happen. I had more traffic. Oh, I had weather. I can't drive in snow and ice, so I had to pull over. But you don't see all this stuff in the computer. You just go off of what the information shows, and then you're asking questions of why were you late? Why was this? Why was that? You know? Oh, excuse me. So, and another thing that a driver needs information on is sometimes they need what they call a confirmation reference number or phone numbers to call, or what we really need is the hours of the business hours, so we know if A, you're scheduling me to pick it up at 3 o'clock, or you're scheduling to have me pick up something that I can't pick up until in the morning because they've already closed at 4 o'clock. You know, it's like what happened in North Carolina. Yep, the broker schedules it, says I can get it there I could have a driver there by 5 o'clock. It says it's open 24 hours. I'll schedule it at 5. Yep, and yet somebody doesn't realize the facility's closed. So you have a driver that's running out there saying, I gotta pick up a load at 5 and I can't pick it up because the place is closed. Happened to me in North Carolina last week where I picked up a load, had to wait till the next day, and I had to turn around in the awkward position to turn around, to be honest with you. And there was nothing I was going to be able to do. If I couldn't turn around, I was going to have to stay there because there was no way I was going to back out of there, you know. Sounds good. You're right about that. Most drivers, most dispatchers have never been in a truck. That CR England's dispatch team, everybody in that company, whether you're if you are a CEO or a high up, you're a dispatcher, you're a truck manager, everybody in that company holds a CDL. Except for like maintenance. I don't think, well no, they hold a CDL too because they got to drive the trucks. Everybody at CR England and the higher ups, from dispatch to the head offices of bosses to everybody in that office, goes through the same course that the drivers go through to get their CDL. They do the same thing, so they hold a CDL. And then they are required, I don't know if they still do this, but I'm pretty sure they do, they're required at least 2 days a month. 2 days a month to be on the road, deliver a freight, deliver a load, 2 days a month, be on the road for 2 days, and then come back, and that's all they require. But that gives them an understanding of, holy crap, in those 2 days I ran into a traffic jam, I ran into a shipper that had a load canceled, or blah, 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 this, or blah, 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 that. Holy crap, when my driver calls me and says this, I understand what he's going through because I've been through it myself. Yeah. So much helpfulness, you know? That's what I'm saying, bro. Got a lot to do, man. Hey, Amber, what's up? Aw. So yes, as a dispatcher, you need to be a truck driver to become a dispatcher. You need to have an understanding of what it's like to be a truck driver. You need to know what we go through, and I need to know what the dispatchers go through. But you need to know what I go through first to be able to be a dispatcher, and a successful dispatcher too. You know, a very successful dispatcher. It's not going to be an easy task, you know. So, Yeah, it's been a very interesting conversation, to say no the least. Atlantis, are you sleeping again? You are sleeping again. You're sleeping. Yep, she's sleeping. But, yeah, we'll see what this load tomorrow brings. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, deliver it. I hope I can deliver it early. Boy, if I could deliver early, that'd be nice. Ooh, that would be awesome. I'm going to try to do that. But yeah, we'll be in Ohio tomorrow for this delivery tomorrow, guys. So, but yeah, a lot of things to learn in this industry, and it's not meant for everybody, to be honest with you. So, yeah, be alright though. It is a beautiful night though, I ain't gonna lie. Very beautiful night. Oh, baseball game.
No matter who's doing it, on what cycle, or in what temperature, tide who.
But yeah. Why do I have that light on? I don't need that light on. I can turn that off. Turn that off. That'd be great. So. But yeah, the Indians are up. But yeah. Cleveland 8-0. Top of the 6th inning, guys. By the way, makes it more challenging because it's at an angle rather than a straight back.
Getting hurt yesterday with the finger injury, and that happened on an odd play on a steal of home. Christian Yelich and the Brewers infected, and as the ball came back to Weathers, it kind of hit his finger in an odd way. So it's not like an arm, it's not an elbow, it's nothing like that. It is literally the finger injury. Just for those people who are like, you know what, when I go to dinner parties, I want to know specific rules from the major. That could be a conversation. Yeah, it could be a great conversation at dinner. 2-2. In the air, left field side.
Did a pretty good job with that back.
All right, time for a player profile. It's sponsored by Michelin, and it's on Jose Ramirez appearances. A couple of Hall of Famers on that list. Lance Berkman could crush the baseball. Mickey Mantle, obviously the best all time. EK.
Ramirez, more obviously moves on.
Still waiting to see who's going to back into that spot right there. I don't think anyone's going to back into that spot because that's really a tight spot to back into, you know?
There's a question. Ramirez has been a better player.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he is as dangerous of a guy as anybody in the AL Central. Let alone
but yeah, we'll see how it goes, you know?
Get it a step further. There's no Major League Baseball, right? I mean, I guess the thing is when I look at him, I don't think, for whatever reason, I don't see this What I do see is a baseball player that can do everything. Hits from both sides, fields well, can run the bases, hits for power, doesn't strike out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best organs in baseball. He really is.
Yeah, guys, it's been a very fun little stream, to be honest with you. Kind of took my mind off of things, so yeah. Let's see if this truck is going to back into one spot or if he's going to try something different here. Let's see if we got somebody that will back into that spot back there. So yeah. How was your guys' day today? What did you all do today? What did you all do today?
I don't want to say it's not amazing, but as a former player, I know how difficult that is every single day, every pitch to be locked in, and he is at the highest level.
And as you said earlier, he might get more locked in the more pitchers lose focus. That ball is tomahawked into right center field by Naylor. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. runs it down in a 1-2-3 fly ball late in inning.
Oh, guys, he's gonna try it. Is he gonna try? No, he's not. You know. Yours was okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. Ooh. Y'all about to see something really cool right here. A truck towing 2 trucks. Look at this, guys. 1, 2 trucks being towed. In Illinois. We are in Illinois. That's where we're at.
It's the Plátano Pao and the Arepa Pao. It's a familiar name, and juniors will dare to dream big. El béisbol es otra cosa.
Talking about the Dodgers in 2023, staring at a year of transition. In a year that experienced so much change, one thing's the same. The NL West still runs through LA. For the 10th time in 11 years, the Dodgers
Huh.
are National League West champions. The celebration can officially begin in Seattle. 11 consecutive postseason bursts.
Yeah, daylight, yeah.
Listen to every MLB game live.
That's a nice little truck right there.
Stream minor league affiliates. Watch the best baseball highlights and bookends on MLB Big Inning. MLB At Bat is your all-in.
Conference championship. Wade Phillips said the same.
Yeah, it's awesome around here.
St. Louis, one of the best environments in the UFL. The Battlehawks, the United Football League playoffs continue tomorrow, 7 Eastern on Fox. Ben Lively is done tonight. 5 innings of shutout baseball, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and that's it as Sam Hinches replaces him to face the top of the order. What do you make of Lively's night?
I mean, it was a good night. I'm a little surprised. Only 65 pitches, and he's out already. So everything is good.
Mm-hmm.
See the big man in here. Sam Hedges, 6'6", 45 pounds. 4-seamer and curveball. Those are his 2 pitches. He'll mix in the slider and sinker as well.
There's a sinker, 1 and 2 on Chisholm. Sam Hinches
Oh, yeah?
is the
That's nice.
this year because of a middle finger issue that he was dealing with through 4 outings in spring training. On the ground, third base side, Ramirez has to charge and stick it in his pocket. So the Marlins were a heavy ground ball team. They had 10 ground outs against Lively. A ground ball base hit for Jazz. First time that fly out to right. One of only 4 outfield outs for the Marlins so far tonight.
It was a lot of fun.
The Marlins, EK, are the only team in Major League Baseball who hit more ground balls than fly balls. They're at 51% ground ball rate. The second place team is under 46%.
Not ideal. Obviously, teams trying to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff here. Did I drink all of my pot? No, I didn't.
Yeah, so the ball scoots a little bit, at least. The Dodgers are the other end of the spectrum. They hit ground balls 37% of the time,
Oh.
and that is very much, as you know, by design.
Baseball is my favorite time of year, guys.
Fell back.
Because it's summer, it's awesome, it's great, it's fun, you know?
Until it gets to the outfield. I mean, that at the end of the day is
That's the best part about it, you know?
looking for.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That breaking ball just kept coming inward to De La Cruz. The second strikeout for the Marlins tonight.
Well, the ball starts out over the plate, but look at where it ends up. That's in off the plate. Cruz is going to have an opportunity to hit that ball.
Yeah.
Fair.
What, Lantis? Yeah. There you go, sweetheart.
Sam Hinch's on the mound. One of 2 pitchers, stay with me on this,
Fair.
in Major League history whose last name holds
Whew.
the drama is totally worth it.
I only have to go about 10 miles. Not too bad, actually. It's literally like right up the road, it looks like.
Thank you, Patsy.
So, it's not too far. I don't have to go too far for the load. They're saying it's only 5 miles deadhead, and that's only because the zip code is zip code. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. And that's another thing, guys.
Over the years,
I don't get paid by practical miles. I get paid by zip code to zip code. So, I don't get paid for an actual mileage-based run. I get paid zip code to zip code. Which can screw me out of... Which can ultimately really potentially get me out of 50 miles of getting paid, you know?
yeah.
Big flourish back then.
So,
How about those pitching stabs they had there? And then Dwayne Ward back into the bullpen.
Clemens there then, too.
He was later, right?
Woody Williams. Good kid. Gonna have to pull out our baseball reference.
Dave Stewart,
Stu was there.
right?
They were there at the same time. Yeah, it's mid-90s.
Quantrill. Cal's
I
dad.
remember North would always be. I just
Cincinnati Reds are not doing too bad. They could be better.
you're right. He was there.
They're doing alright.
We're gonna get really mad at ourselves. Oh, Juan Guzman.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that was the guy.
Yeah, and then Todd Stottlemyre as well.
Yeah. No, Guzman was the guy.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah.
Mark Eichhorn in the bullpen.
Yeah. From side.
Huh. Yeah, I know. You're happy, huh? So, we'll be alright, huh, Atlantis? Well, so yeah. Hello, Barry! Yeah, I know, right? But I don't, unfortunately. How we doing today, everyone? Hey, did Bobby sit today too, or is he running? Cause I have a feeling he was sitting as much as I was sitting today. So, yeah. Oh, he was sitting? Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to pick up a load tomorrow, but we can't, so... Well, we're supposed to pick up a load tomorrow, which is nice. So... So yeah. Oh, very nice. That's good. Yep, we're just sitting for the night. We'll be driving tomorrow. So we'll drive tomorrow and see if it all goes well tomorrow, which is nice. So. Oh, it's all good. I say the Guardians won tonight's game because it's 8-0 and it's the top of the bottom of the 7th. But it's already 8-0 Guardians, so I'm pretty sure my team's won tonight on this game, which is awesome because they needed a win, you know. Yep, I agree, John. You're absolutely right. 100% correct on that, John. 100% correct on that. So. Yeah. Oh, nice. It blew an 11th inning, 11-run lead. Jeez Louise, man. I have seen games like that too. I have seen games like that. I have definitely seen games where it's been a big run and a big lead, but it hasn't been there, you know? Absolutely, you know? Hi. Oh, hi. All right. Come here. Here. Right here. Here. Come on up here. I know, you have the cat treats, man.
He was going to take it to the bag and try to run over the bag and throw it himself. Don't you think? Yeah, I think that.
Good girl.
It's a huge hockey
Hello.
fan, and
No more cat treats though, sweetheart.
maybe he just wanted to trade
Alright, no more.
happens when you have a kid
There you go.
hockey goalie. You still have to keep your eye on the puck. I like it. That's what was going through his mind in that moment.
That's what you get.
You never played hockey, did you?
Not a lot of ice skating going on in San Diego.
I didn't think so. No, you're from the West Coast. I just wanted to ask. And a center field, base hit. Just kidding. It's gone. You broke my mind with
Good
the
girl.
San Diego stuff.
So yeah. Reds are trying, but yeah. Let's see what the red score is. It is 4-3. Oh. The Reds won today. I think. Kansas City won today. Not bad. Yankees lost. Arizona is losing. There's a storm of brewing. Hold on, let me check the weather. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not bad. Ah, Reds. Yep, Reds.
Looks like Dad is going home with a souvenir. Said Jimmy Kimmel.
Santa Maria! I'm starting to like this.
But then I found out the Phillies and the Mets are playing in London, which is even better.
This is sponsored by Homes.com. We've done your homework. That's convenient. Here we are in Miami as the Guardians 8 and the Marlins nothing.
Yes, they are trying this year.
And a new pitcher on
They are definitely trying this year.
Pedro Avila in for Sam Hitchens.
Bit of everything there. Jason, forcing fastball, changeup, curveball, sinker.
And Steve Vogt, an opportunity here to get some guys, some innings, lower leverage situation. He has used a lot of the quote-unquote high leverage guys in his
So yeah.
so far this year, quite a bit, as Schneemann comes across.
Right, and I think one of the things that we talked about earlier, why to get these guys in, there is an off day on Monday, there is an off day on Thursday, so you gotta, keep these guys, I don't wanna say fresh, but you gotta keep them sharp, you gotta give them opportunities to throw.
Nice. What you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, they are trying this year, so
He really wants to throw in a situation.
Lance is doing her thing here.
You have to get innings some right there. You need everybody to be ready just in case they
Yeah.
have to slot up. Injury, whatever. These guys have to be ready for big
Hasn't been that long for him?
Well, I think it starts to make more sense to Lively coming out with only 65 pitches.
Pitches hadn't thrown since Sunday either.
You got 8-0 lead.
And that is ball
It's gonna be a long. It'll be a very interesting day tomorrow. I'll see if I can get this offload tomorrow. I'll be honest with you, it'd be nice, but I doubt it. So yeah.
soccer tournaments in the world. The Euros finally kick off this Friday. The hosts in Germany take on Scotland live on Fox. Coverage starts at 3 Eastern. Do not miss it. This is the first walk of the game for the Marlins.
Wow. Only one walk this game for the Indians. That's good. They haven't allowed to walk tonight through 7 innings. That's awesome.
You like the red jerseys?
I do. I like them. I like the combination. I don't know, is that what shade of blue that is?
It looks like the ocean.
Ocean
To me.
Wow. Nice pitch.
From Avila for
But
number 2.
very nice, guys.
The hitter thinks it's going to be a strike.
Lantis,
We saw it come
can you drive tomorrow?
jumps.
Well, Dad, I would love to, but I can't quite do that for you. I know you can't. Would be nice if you could. I do a lot of driving, not much though. I know.
That's the whole thing with pitching. You want balls, strikes to look like balls, strikes to end up. How do I phrase it? Strikes to end up as balls.
Strike to ball.
Strike to ball.
Yep.
Just keep the hitter off balance, confuse him with it's a battle of the strike zones. With hitting, pitching, it's who can control home plate.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but what kind of made is like strike to strike is too hittable. Ball to ball, you're just gonna spit on. Strike to ball.
It is that depth to a hitter.
Swing and a miss.
I think it's going
Yeah, that's true, Dennis.
to end up anywhere near the plate.
We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Pragmatics.
Yeah.
That was a strike. Get off it, man.
Is on.
Where did that miss?
1-2 if I'm wrong.
Did that miss?
Balls, strikes to look like balls, strikes to end up. How do I phrase it? Strikes to end up as balls.
Strike to ball.
Strike to ball.
Yep.
What?
Just keep the hitter off balance, confuse him with
Oh, where did that miss?
hitting, pitching. It's who can control home plate.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but what kind of made is like strike to strike is too hittable. Ball to ball, you're just gonna spit on. Strike to ball.
It is that depth to a hitter.
Swing and a miss.
I think it's going to be a strike, and it doesn't end up anywhere near the plate. Best I ever saw at that was Greg
Oh,
Maddux.
that was low. Never mind. That was definitely a ball.
He was pitching. He had
Catcher definitely did a good job trying to square that up, though. So,
at the end of his career, yeah. But he was 94. You know, he was first with the Cubs, which was with that movement, his ability was gas.
That was a disgusting curveball from Avila. 2 strikeouts in the inning.
yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. See how the week goes. I'm not sure how tomorrow's gonna go. Yep. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream because I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired, and I'll catch everybody tomorrow and see how that goes. And we'll see how everything goes tomorrow. Hopefully it'll go well without any issues. But you never know. And see how it goes. Yeah, so
To get the UK excited about baseball, I had a great idea to combine my favorite parts of football. The mascots. Super Dad, foul ball catch.
Looks like Dad is going home with a souvenir. Is that Jimmy Kimmel?
Bongo can, bobbleheads, and walk-off drone.
yeah. But the Guardians are pretty much winning this game 8-0, and that's pretty much a wrap for them. They'll win this game relatively easy, in my opinion. Is someone going to try that parking spot before I end? No. So,
It's a familiar name, and juniors will dare to dream big. Él béisbol es otra cosa.
You can talk about him all night long. From the offense to defense to the way he hustles.
We're allowed to have favorite players in the game too, and on the short list for me is this guy.
2024 Major League Baseball All-Star Ballot presented
ooh, buddy.
Submarines is now open vote daily at MLB.com.
But we have 8-0 Guardians, top of the 8th. I think the Guardians have this game pretty much wrapped in their hands. So,
Ends up at shortstop and
wow, he didn't get out. I believe he couldn't get a handle on that ball and just couldn't make the throw.
that is what you want out of somebody in an 8-0 game, still working hard to get out.
Rosman, well, he's done a nice job. He's thrown 2 2/3. It's only a
Alright, so tomorrow we'll pick up the load. I'll deliver it. I'm going to try to deliver it the same day, but I doubt I will be able to. So we'll see what they say. It's Sam's Club, so I don't think they're not going to be that strict on the appointment time. So I could probably deliver it early if I wanted to, which wouldn't be a bad idea. So yeah.
Every Cleveland Guardian but Freeman has a hit so far tonight as there's a check swing and no-go. Quan held up.
So yeah. Yeah, I'm going to see if there's a few more truck drivers that'll come in for that spot, because it's right there. And I don't know why they're not trying for that spot. It's not that difficult, in my opinion, you know? So...
So, an infield single.
we'll wait a little bit longer, see if someone comes by and tries for that spot. So,
This is the lay of
and go from.
many at-bats.
Ha!
Comes to the plate. 40 and 22, they have their sights set on an AL Central title. And all of these at-bats here are worthwhile for the Guardians. Ball one on a two-seamer. Cleveland made the playoffs in 2022. They were 92 and 70 winners of the AL Central for the first time since that run of 3 straight years from 16 to 18. To second base, Bruhan, little hesitation, and he still got the double play on the reach from Berger. 4, 6, and 3 on the Jimenez ball.
Alright. I'm hoping someone will try for that spot.
So here is Jose Ramirez.
We could just wait and see if someone tries it, but we'll see.
He's an all-star, right? Beer, yeah, like now. I didn't know it was true. I wonder when he wins an MVP.
That's going to be a tough one. Not sure that's going to happen. Not again.
He's led the league in run scored that pandemic season. He's never been the league leader in home runs. His max is 39, but
He's just good at everything, but he's not a super imposing dominant. Again, Aaron Judge, that's like a Marvel cartoon character, right?
yeah,
Comic book hero.
right. You know, he's built like that.
And the numbers he puts up are crazy. Like what does Ramirez do that you just said, oh man, besides being good at everything,
So that's it. That's what it is.
he's good at everything.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's what he's great at, is doing all of it together, because very few guys do that. And then if you say, who is the most valuable player to his team,
Now we're getting into semantics here.
he would win that most years.
Sure. But that's, most valuable player to your team. I'm all for letting the team.
When you're going to say you were the most valuable player on our team.
Certainly not.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. So, oh, it's all-star voting. Let's see if I can vote for my all-star team. How do I do that? That's how I do it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, I'm running low on my things, so I don't know. Oh, they don't give you a whole lot of selections for catcher. Yeah. Alright guys, so see if I can plug you guys in to keep it going for a little bit longer, and then I am going to have to end the stream because eventually my thing will die out. So you're gonna try for that spot. Yay! Yeah, but my tablet's gonna die, and that's the problem. So that's not always a good thing, you know. Come back tomorrow. I have 4 entries remaining today. 3, 2, 1. Yay. But yeah, we'll be alright though. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I am gonna have to end the stream because my thing just went down to 5%, so it's not charging right, or not charging fast enough. So I'll catch everybody tomorrow. Hope everyone has a good evening. We're gonna be picking up a load tomorrow and dropping it off at the same time. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Have a nice night.